Hi, it's me, Jordan here, and today I'm doing another YouTube live stream. Now, why did I made this choose to do a YouTube live stream now? I don't know. Guess I was in the mood to do it. Now, someone might ask why I haven't done YouTube live streams lately. Well, it goes way back to maybe, I don't know, March, April, May, when YouTube said that one of my YouTube live streams wasn't following YouTube followership oversight or YouTube oversight, which was dumb. But since YouTube goes with a warning and free strikes now, I didn't lose any of my good standing or my gifts or my reckoning or my fairway. So everyone totally sad for clearing my throat there. Forgive me for that. So I'm doing this YouTube live stream because one of my followers came on one of my films. I'm sad for clearing my throat. And said, "Oh, when are you gonna do the next YouTube live stream?" Well, I guess I'm gonna doing a YouTube live stream now. So I have two followers, and I don't know if they are followers that follow me full time on YouTube or newcomers who, just happen to see, oh, well, it's YouTube live stream time. Want to see what this is all about. Now, I know what some folks do when they do a YouTube live stream or when they did a Google Hangout. They'll go and they'll set a time. They'll say, "Oh, I'm going to do it at this time." Well, and see that when it comes to me, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I just know I get in my head and I set it all up and then I do it. Oh, hi. Sad for clearing my throat there again. You know, it is what it is. So let's get on this little thing about, So anyway, there used to be a time when I first started doing YouTube live streams, and I guess it was 2028 between YL, when I would get a lot of followers and a lot of folks talking in this shout out box, as I call it, and there were a lot of fingers up. And it doesn't really seem to be that way anymore. Now I have my belief that it used to be like that. But then again, I'm happy with what I do get on my YouTube live stream. So let's go through YouTube and talk about the blame that, or the blame list that they would say. They'll say that, oh, that their workers work from home, which a lot of them do. They'll say that's why they make bad calls. Well, if that's the grounds to why they make bad calls on YouTube live streams and I guess formerly Google Hangout. Well, there used to be Google Hangout, but that's gone now. It's only YouTube live stream now. You're telling me that when you're at home and someone's doing a YouTube live stream, you're somehow going to make the mistake and you're going to hit the thing on your end that makes the film get taken down. No. Most likely, I think that some hater or some troll came on that YouTube live stream and somehow wanted to get me in a hang up. Then write something in a shout out box in hopes that I say something so then they can go around and send it to YouTube. And someone at YouTube watched the whole film up until that time to tell me that it was wrong. Now, I'm not here, I don't bitch, whine, or nag about anything. But sometimes I just think that is dumb. And, well, yeah, I guess YouTube did tell everyone, oh, well, they're all going to be working at home. They're going to be making more mistakes. Making more mistakes, which I don't understand why that would be. Well, I got 4 followers. Hi. So, anyway, welcome to my YouTube live stream, which, I don't know. every time I make a YouTube live stream now, or when my godmother Xena, or when Sailor Moon makes a YouTube live stream, or my god sister Gabrielle, or anyone, I get frightened that I'm going to get, told, oh, this film doesn't follow YouTube followership oversight. This film doesn't follow YouTube oversight. Oh, this film doesn't follow ownership law. Well, first off, it would be hard for someone to say they own me, and then two, I would not know what oversight I wasn't following that day. My godmother Xena gets irked, mad, and wretched sometimes, and sometimes it happens to be on films. So yes, it does come down to being like the angry grandpa, psycho mom, psycho dad, lunatic dad, and that. She does get mad, irked, wretched sometimes. So my only guess is, and keep in mind that film that I did, I don't know if it was March or was April or was May. I don't really actually think back, but I know that YouTube live stream, I know I had a lot of my friends, and yes, they were dolls, but it wasn't followership, it wasn't ownership law. It was saying, oh, this film doesn't follow YouTube followership oversight and needs to stop. And that's all they told me. And so, if you did see the other last YouTube live stream I did, then you'll know why I get frightened of doing them. Because it always seems to be, and then some folks blame it on some kind of tool. They're like, oh, well, YouTube set up this tool to help run the webstead for them, and it's a tool that's making all the fuck ups. So I don't think so. If it was a tool, then a lot more films and live streams, which are films, but they're being filmed live, or as live as YouTube live stream can make them, would be going down for followership oversight, YouTube oversight, ownership law, and any other things. So yeah, I got 6 followers, 1 thumb up. So you're like, Jordan, you gonna have anyone else on Sever clear my throat. You gonna have anyone else on your YouTube live stream? I don't know. I have to think about that if I am or am not. But I am, and I'll be earnest about this. I am still a bloodsucker hunter or huntress. I still hunt bloodsuckers, and I still flay them. Yeah, I might not be as name known as Buffy Summers and Kara Young and Faith Lemon, or even Ellen Ager-Fogg, or Charles Gunn, Gordon Walker, Abraham Ben Housing, Daniel Holtz, Abraham Wessler, Abigail Wessler. Might not be as known as Galen, or as good as Ava Richards or Peter Vincent, or might not be as good as Reed and Gypsy Go. So yeah, I might not be as name known or as good as they are, but I still think I'm good. So anyway, and I did talk about a lot of things. Now a lot of other folks are going to say, oh, Jordan, how come you don't talk about Black Lives Need? Well, since all life is needed, all life is worth something. Not one kind, but all kind of life is worth. And I just don't think I need to talk about that. Like if I talk about it and, it's already something that's been talked about, and I don't think I can do it any more right than anyone else has. And they're like, why you don't talk about the illness or the sickness or call it by its name? Well, first off, Corona, that's a French borrowed word. Virus, that's a Latin borrowed word. The English word would be sickness, illness. And Wisbeorn's what its name is. The white illness, the red illness. Because let's be earnest about it. The shit, every time they show likenesses of it, either got white or red. You know? And I don't want to put myself out there to get in some bind over followership oversight or oversight over, well, you were talking about this sickness and illness and someone didn't think it was right. And it's already been talked about way too much, maybe even more. And so I might get scabed for not talking about it, but it is what it is. And there might be some folks out there who might take what I said the wrong way. You know, about all life is needed, all life is worth something. Because all life is, you know. And someone might think, oh, it's one kind. No, it's all kind of life. Everyone's life, no need what kind they might be. Everyone has gone through, you know, bad stuff. And at the end of the day, all life is needed, all life is worth. So, yeah, there I go. I talked about it, you know. And someone might take it the wrong way because there are folks out there that will take everything the wrong way. They'll say, oh, well, Jordan, it's too late now to talk about it. No, it's never too late to talk about that kind of stuff. Well, I had Saffron clear in my throat. Well, I had about 6 followers. Now I'm down to 4 and 1 finger up, which, you know, it is what it is. And I know there's going to be someone, well, saying, well, if you would have set a time for your YouTube live stream, they would know when to come on. Well, at the end of the day, even if I would do all that, someone still has to want to come on and watch it, you know. So I know someone's probably asking, oh, Jordan, how come why you don't got the over shout out box? First off, I'm not a YouTube mate, so I can't get the over shout out box, which there's no unlikeness between this and that, except you can give them gouged. Yeah, you can back and forward their YouTube live streams, which I don't understand why. I understand someone affording and backing their YouTube fairway or whatever they do business-wise. But doing it through their YouTube live stream, I just don't understand it. It's no big deal to me, you know? So I don't know if anyone else is going to be in my YouTube live streams or not. Saffron clear in my throat. You know? So, let's see. And I'm probably going to be frightened if I did my one YouTube live stream I did do. Nothing happened. But yeah, So let's see what I got in my shout out box. Hi, Jordan. Hey, my friend. Hi, friend. How does your godmother get mad often? And I stand Jordan. So if anyone out there knows I read all the things you put in the shout out box so far. So I don't really know if I'm going to be doing, I don't know if anyone's going to be my YouTube live stream. So, yeah, I got 4 followers on there. 2. Well, I guess Well, we all know that this is one thing that all those other folks on my well, on my on my fairway don't do, and that would be a YouTube live stream. And the only thing I got going for myself is I go around talking about how, oh, you made more films than Natalie Tan. Well, I don't know how her followers, how they're doing, since she hasn't made a film since 27 Between YL. You know? So I don't know what they do. Do they go back to the old stuff and watch it over again? I don't know. I don't know if I like Steven Seagal, the show player. I saw some of his films that he's been in. I think he's a good show player. I guess that's a good answer you're going to get. So, oh, I just hate how I keep on clearing my throatness all the time, you know? I just keep clearing my throat all the time, and it's not even funny. You know? So, I guess I don't know if I have anyone else come my YouTube live streams. Well, I guess before I do that, we got to talk about the haters. Why I talk about them is that a lot of them, you know, don't like what I do. And then I locked them from my YouTube fairway a long time ago. But I'm sure that a lot of them would still be irked and mad to know that it's been 7 years and I'm still doing this. And that after all the bullying, picking on, name calling, all of the fake telling they did to YouTube to and all that other stuff, that after that, that I'm still on YouTube. And I'm sad for clearing my throat. I don't know why. See, you can't still a YouTube live stream. All right. Yeah, you can stop it, but that just stops the whole live stream, and then you got to start all over again. So even if I go and get something to drink and come back, I can't stop the YouTube live stream. So you're going to see an empty room with nothing in it. You know, which is the only downside to a live stream is you can't put it on still. Yeah. And sure, YouTube live stream isn't one of most for anyone who likes to shift their films and clean their films. A YouTube live stream is not good for them because they have to hold until the film fillets and becomes playable before they can do anything with it. It's not like they make their own film with their own web shooter and then they can go play with it and clean it and shift it before they upload it. A YouTube live stream, you got to wait until playable before you can do anything to it. But I don't do that. Now you got to wait until that becomes playable before you can do anything to it. But I don't go shifting and cleaning out my films. All the film shifting tools out there I ever worked with, they were too hard to work with. They never did what they were said they would do. Well, first there was Microsoft or SmallSoft Filmmaker, everyone's beloved one. And at the end of the day, all I've seen it be good for was making the films brighter, making the films darker, put some outstanding drawings here, you know, give it a name, beginning, middle, and end sheet. Sad for that burp. But at the end of the day, that's all it did. If you wanted to cut something out, well, that's where you were asking for a hang up. Because that's where it would fuck it up. Because you would fuck your film up. And you couldn't bring the two chunks back together. So, and everything just took too long to fillet. Then the next one I had was Cyberlink. Well, no, actually, ArcSoft was the next one. ArcSoft Film for Layer, and also ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend, and it was about the same thing. Make films brighter, make them darker, give them a name, give them some outstanding drawings. You want to cut stuff out? Oh, I can't cut things out, or if I do, I'm going to besmirch it. So there you go. And then there was Cyberlink Power Director, or whatever call it, the hyperlink strength overseer. Well, the one I worked with back in the day was broke. All it did was film. So at the end of the day, I'm sure the Apple iFilm is broke. I'm sure Mackie Cam and Sony Vegas are all broke ones too. And Final Cut or Last Cut are probably all broke too. And everyone's going to say, oh, because those are freeware. You should get the skilled one. Even if I get the skilled one, they're going to be too hard to work with. And it's going to do the same shit that the non-skilled ones do, or the free ones do. And haters always would say back in the day, oh, Film Shifter is your friend. Well, it's a friend that could only make my films brighter and darker. A friend that could only give me the name, a beginning, middle, and end sheet to my films, give me some outstanding drawings, a friend that was going to have a hang-up when it came to cutting things out. So at the end of the day, the ArcSoft, the Microsoft, ArcSoft, Apple, Mackie Cam, Sony, and all Final Cut, Last Cut, all of them are broken. They don't work. They're too hard to work. And only some folks have no life, a lot of time on their hands to skill them. And these are folks that either have nothing to do all day. They have no work or no learn, or, they make a film they don't give two shits about, just, only they just make a film. They don't care about it, the throwaway film. They do it just to just to see what their film the film shifter tool is going to do. And then they go, oh, so that's what it does. Because all these freeware, all these ones don't come with nothing. And even if you buy one, the books still aren't that helpful either. I always keep thinking there's going to be someone coming on my YouTube live stream or riding on one of my films saying, oh, you're wrong about the film shifting tools out there. But no one is. Because everyone knows how hard and how fucked up they are. And how only some folks can skill them. So no, Shifter is not my friend. Film Shifter is not my friend. There I go. And so anyone who does all that and skilled all that, good for them. I'm never going to be one of them. So, there, and the YouTube one is as hard as all the other ones too. So I got 5 followers now, which, it takes you talking about how film shifting tools are too hard to work with to get 5 followers on your films. Well, yeah, it is live. So, it is live. So, it is live, Jordan says. Or as live as a YouTube live stream can be. As live as YouTube can make it. And one of the things that one needs to keep in mind if they're going to do a YouTube live stream, if they're made it or not, is that they have to upload longer than 50 between. If you cannot go beyond 5 between, then a YouTube live stream is not going to work. So keep that in mind. Now I gotta clean things out of Windows 10. Which a lot of folks, So, yeah, let's get into some other things that somebody might know about. It's ever clearing my throat. Might know about. So, anyway, you got, so, you know, a lot of folks still like to fear strike you when it comes to Microsoft Windows updates. Oh, they always break shit on updates, and they working you to see how all the updates work. Yeah, they do that. They like to fear strike folks when it comes to Microsoft Windows updates. And everyone keeps saying, oh, when Microsoft's going to come out with Windows Longhorn. Oh, Windows 11. Oh, it's going to come out in October. Well, that would be dumb for Microsoft to get everyone to elope or to shift from, I don't know, from XP Vesta 7 and 8.1 to go to 10 and then tell them, well, in October you're going to be shifting again. Because a lot of folks still haven't shifted. There are folks that still have XP. They still got Vesta 7, 8.1. Hell, there might be some folks out there still have 20.0 and some still have 95, 98, 95. So, anyway, it is what it is. So, sad for clearing my throat. So anyway, oh yes. It's good to see you again, Jordan Dwayne. Hope you both are having a good day. Yeah, we're having a good day. I'm having my good day, with my god brothers Zenos and Osmond and Dylan, my god sister Gabrielle, my sister Jade, my godmother Zena, Cameron, Philip. We're all having, the helper. We're all having a good day. And I want to know if anyone, you probably think, is anyone else going to come on my YouTube live stream, or is it just going to be me clearing my throat and buying other stuff? I don't know. Now I got 7 followers on here. Oh yeah. So let me get talking about other things that I might be in a bind with someone. So it comes to choosing and picking. And I stay out of leadership choosing and picking. Hi. And I keep out of leadership choosing and picking for all kind of grounds. And I don't get into it. Hello. So I gotta see if I'm gonna have someone else come on my YouTube live stream or not. And I don't know if that's gonna do something. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Hold on, that's not going to work. Well. Well, sad for that other burp I did. Hey, Walrus, you're on my YouTube live stream. Yeah, Jordan, I had to come on your YouTube live stream. So, is my godmother Xena going to come on or not? I don't know. I don't know what her mood is. She was on a live stream that your god sister Gabrielle did, I think. So I don't know if she's going to be on this YouTube live stream or not. And sad about clearing my throat. Yeah, that seems to be the whole thing. Me clearing my throat. Well, Jordan, you do need to show him that one film you were talking about. Oh, what? Ice Queen? Yeah. Oh, I'm frightened if I show that off. Someone's going to say, oh, I own the disc. And next thing you know, get myself an ownership bind. Which we all know fair work or fair doings doesn't help most folks. Yeah, I do. I have Steve Austin, but he's buried in one of those chests behind me, and that'd be too long digging them all out. Jordan, why are they talking about Steve Austin for? I don't know. Who knows why I don't know why they're talking about Steve Austin for, or Stone Cold Steve Austin. I guess I just wonder if I have him or not. Well, gotta clean that hair off. Yeah. So we were getting that about you showing that film. Oh, yeah, I showed a box, and next thing you know, someone out there is going to say, oh, you're not on looking my ownership. Which, fair work or fair doings doesn't help you at all. And that's why I do shit like this, because how is someone out there going to say this is theirs? Yeah. Yeah, sad for clearing my throat again, Jordan says. Sad about that. I'm sad about doing that. Hey, it's all right, Avaris says. Sad about clearing your throat, though. I hope I'm not coming down with something. That would be sad if I did come down with something. Oh, there's probably one, Jordan, this is one thing that Nagely Tang and the follower Fairway would not do. Well, if she did do it, she'd probably make more film. She'd probably get a lot more looking and watching than I did. Probably have that over talk. And then folks would say, here, I'm going to give you Gal back and afford your films. That was another thing I never understood. Haters would always say, that you're asking for someone, you're asking for a hangout. Oh, you want someone to back and afford your films and get you something. You're this and that. You're bad. But then they're going to go around. These are the same folks that will go around and they'll say that, oh, they're good doers because they're on Forder and Backer. Yeah, but I guess I wasn't allowed. And when I would ask someone for some doll or something, they didn't make me out to be like I was bad. And you have folks on Patreon, but that's a French borrowed word, on GoFundMe, on those backing and forwarding websteads that do a lot worse than when I did when I was on YouTube. Yeah, you're right about that. And one stat I never gotten a hang up with was ownership. And that would be frightening. Yeah, it would be, Alaris says. It would be frightening, Jordan, to get in a bond with ownership. Because what do you tell them? Oh, I'm a doll. Oh, I was made a long time ago, and I don't know who owned me. And I just know that I was owned and owned and owned, and I don't know who the owner is, but I know the owner is now. Oh, the last time I was bought from the Salvation Army or the Helping Land team, Helping Land Fighter team. And I don't know. I know this stuff was, I don't know. Like, what do you say? I don't know. You know? So you got to forgive me about for that. Yeah, actually, he's a unicorn. Well, thank you for liking my films. It said, "Hi, Jordan. Do you think that you..." Well, first off, about this whole John Moxley or Dean Ambrose and the whole James Cornette thing is, well, if he wants to scave AEW, that's his own business. Good for him. It wouldn't help John Moxley or Dean Ambrose by doing anything to him. Yes. But at the end of the day, I don't really think that IW or AW is going to do anything that's really going to bring down WWE. Well, they got dolls, but I haven't seen them being sold yet. So that might be the only way I ever afford or back them through that. You know? So once again, I want to say how sad I am for clearing my throat. It's been going on since I began this film. And sure, someone out there might make fun of me for it, but oh well, it is what it is, you know? Everything can't be flawless. Well, good, Jordan. That is what I heard about myself the time soon. I thought they feared they were going down the path and hope it was good. Oh, I just watched WWE, you know. But I don't mind if anyone watches IW or AW, it's their own business. But my belief is that nothing they do on Impact, nothing they do on Dynamite is going to undo what they do on Monday Night Raw, or Friday Night SmackDown, or NXT, or nothing that you know. And so it might be Dixie Carter and Shao Kahn's dream to outdo Vince McMahon, but that's not going to happen. You know? Yeah. If you get in the wrestling business because you love wrestling and you want to make a new stead for wrestling, that's good. But if you get into the wrestling business only because you want to fuck with someone and see if you can outdo them, then that's truly sad. And I believe in my belief, I believe that is what Dixie Carter and Shao Kahn's goal is. It's never going to happen. They see themselves as, oh, we can outdo Vince McMahon. Everyone hates him, but everybody loves us. You know, everybody scaves him. They don't scave us. You know? And everyone's like, oh, well, they got more gal than he does. So they got more gal than he does. But it doesn't make their wrestling any more good. Dixie Carter has never gotten IW has never gotten bigger. You know, and she's been running it on and off for 8 between years. Then you got Shao Kahn, who's only been doing it for 11 months. And neither of them are going to outdo Vince McMahon. They can tell themselves that. They can get everyone they think will help them. Yeah, Dixie Carter can believe. She can believe all she wants. Ed Akram can believe all he wants too if they want. They can say, we got Scott D'Amore and Don Covens. Oh, we got Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Yeah, well, they know how to wrestle. But as far as running a wrestling business goes, I don't really know. Yep, that's also I believe that is also Dixie Carter and Shao Kahn are both guilty of that. Both of them offshooted from one another. You know, they were getting in. Anthony Kong wanted to get into wrestling, and he said, "Dad, why don't we start a wrestling business together?" And Shell said, "Oh, I've been looking at this IW, and I think this Dixie Carter might be onto something." And next thing you know, it was just offshoot. AEW was just the Kong offshoot of the Carter thing. We're gonna do some name calling or do some making fun of. We're gonna, I don't know, scave. We're gonna do this and do that. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Don't get me wrong, the wrestlers are good. There's nothing wrong with the wrestlers. But the name calling, the making fun of, and the stuff does not help. But they keep on believing they're going to bring down WWE or they're going to do something. You got one side that's been seeking to do that for between years, and another side for 11 months. And at the end of the day, yep, that's true. Yep, yeah. And one of the very few big names that they could get was Chris Jericho, which, okay, good for them then. But that's about it as far as any of the big names they got. The other half of the big names they got, that's about it. But beyond that, that's all they really got to do. Really, all they got. So apparently, they're going to be on Wednesday. They're going to be on Thursday soon, and we don't know how Dynamite will do on its own. For most of its time, Dynamite has been has NXT as the crutch to help it along. But if they keep saying it's as good as they believe it is, they're like, oh, Dynamite's more good than Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown and NXT. Well, if that's true, then it's going to have to go in alone on Thursdays. And then you have Impact, which folks believe that show has been good for years, but it's been going on alone for a long time. And it likes to work, and it doesn't have Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown or NXT to be a crutch. So at the end of the day, neither of them are going to ever outdo WWE. They'll be good at where they're at. They should be happy where they're at and just think about what can help themselves instead of always thinking about gotta make fun of WWE. Oh, gotta put WWE down. Oh, that shit. And then they're like, oh, we gotta see if WWE gonna make fun of us. They gonna bully us, pick on us. They gonna bitch about us. Oh, what's that? They're not saying anything about us? Yeah, well, IW got that done for most of its beinghood. So AEW bought the same way. But if someone likes IW or AEW, that's good for them. If they get some glee and happiness out of watching Impact or Dynamite, then that's good for them. And I'm not going to seek wrong for anyone when it comes to that. Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, oh, okay, good for them. IW got some former wrestlers. So did AEW too. All wrestling businesses hire former wrestlers and workers from other businesses, though. Yeah, and someone wrote something bad. Someone wrote something truly bad on my shout out box, but I am not going to even say anything about that. I'm not going to put myself in the bind that I was in before. But anyone can say whatever they want to say about WWE. They can scave it, put it down, make fun of it. It's their own business. I'm not going to care. Then again, IW followers, some IW followers, some AEW followers, they do that all the time. They put down WWE all the time. They scave it, make fun of it. You say a little bad thing about say something about IWW, you're a bad one. So I really don't care. Oh, you're on. Hey Jade, get my feet in there. Get on your feet cupboard. Oh, Jade. Yeah. Well, Jordan, you're doing a YouTube live stream. Yeah, and then someone said something bad on my YouTube live stream and I had to lock them. You know? And I'm not going to read what they said because they probably want to get me in a bind. Like, yeah, you read what you say in the shout out box, then they go tell YouTube, and then someone at YouTube who's at home right now working on it from 9 to 5, or whatever their work span is, goes, oh, someone said something bad on there. Better watch the whole YouTube live stream until it comes up. All right. Hit the thing that sends it away, and hit the one thing that sends them an thing on in their Google Send, and one thing it tells them the film gotta stop. So I'm not going to get into that. The haters are coming back. Well, if that's true, then another one is removed. Well, Jade says it is what it is, you know. Right. So, how is everything, Jordan? Everything's doing good. I was in the pool, Jordan says. You were? Yeah. But I gotta wear a life vest, a life jacket, since I don't know how to swim. And I used to make fun of you growing up, saying, oh, you're shaming me. You don't know how to swim, and that was wrong of me. Yeah, I never learned how to swim. It just never took. You know. Well, that's good to know. So what did this hater say? I don't know. And I'm not going to say what they said, and I just removed it. I took it down, which that's what I should do. You know, they know what they said. They know why they can't talk anymore on my YouTube live stream. Um, well, maybe you should have someone be an overseer on that, Jade. If I go and make someone start overseeing my shout out box every time I do a YouTube live stream, they're not going to know what to look for. They're not going to know what to lock, what not to. So at the end of the day, I just do it myself because I know what I'm looking for. What do you mean look at my Google Send for? My G Send or Gmail for? Yeah, ain't nothing really anything good that comes there that days. I just have it open and I don't really go into it that much. You know? Well, you did what you had to do, and you've got 11 followers on here. Yeah, 12 followers actually. I got 12 followers to tell you the truth. Well, you see, Jordan, your YouTube live streams are good. I wish I could get that same kind of following on my non live streams, but it is what it is, though. You know? And so far, nothing's happened. Yeah, so far, nothing's happened. Every time you're on YouTube live stream, you're on you're on some kind of, thin ice. You're like, oh, when am I going to, well, yeah. You're like, when am I going to get flagged again? Oh, better. Oh, am I going to get told on again? Well, you didn't do what you did last time. Yeah, I got to believe what I did wrong last time, and I'm not doing it again. So if anyone in the shout out box that thinks I'm going to read some bad thing, I'm not. It's going to be locked. You know? Well, that's good to know, Jade says. Yeah, it is good to know, Jordan says. It is good to know that. But, at the end of the day, it is what it is. At least you know how, at least you have to do with it. Yeah. Anything else we got to say? Oh, he said you should go look at your Gmail or your G-Send. Why? He send me something there? No. Oh, he probably just wants you to go look at it. I don't know. He didn't send you anything. No, he doesn't even know what my G-Send did, so he couldn't send me nothing. All right. All right, let me start reading these other things. Asking how many dolls do you have? A lot? Yeah, that'd be the answer, a lot. It says, I'm not a hater. You give me a shout out, welcome. Check your email. It's very needed. No, it's not. I'll keep in touch. Well, then I'll see. But how do you even know my? Oh, probably because on my YouTube fairway, I put my Gmail down, so I guess someone could go and could go seek it that way if they wanted to. So let me go look at it. But well, then good for you for watching all my films. Well, let me go see. Hey, let me go look into my Gmail or my G-Send. No, just a lot of folks uploading films, a lot of other stuff. Oh, you mean this bullshit thing about, oh, well, Google's going to be Google Plus. Yeah, Google Plus has been gone for a long time. Well, nothing from you. Well, I was on there and there was nothing from you. Unless someone's saying, oh, Google Plus, you're being sued. Oh, yeah, whatever. Google Plus been gone for some time. Oh, I don't know. I always have thoughts for films, and then I do them when they come to me. So I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I am going to have a film up tomorrow. I know that. Sad for that burp. You know. So everyone that I have on my YouTube fairway, I guess you call them featured, or what you want to call them, shown YouTube fairways. Those folks on there do what I do every day, but they probably do a more greater job than I do. And they got more followers than I do, and more likes and whatever, and more watch time. You know. And they probably don't got no hang-ups having their throat clearing in their YouTube live streams if they do any of them. You know. I don't know if you can be a star of the show or not, since there's no way that I can do a YouTube live stream or a non live stream with you in it. You know, we don't know each other, and there's no way that we can work together. So I don't know if you can be a star of the show or not, but I know that's not a good answer to give. But I don't have all the gifts, you know. I'm not a mate. I'm not a YouTube mate. So I don't got all those gifts they got. So yeah, maybe some folks can do an overlap between each other, but I cannot. I don't know anyone. They don't know me. So at the end of the day, there's no way we could do any overlap. And unless you want to do your own show and be a star of your own show, you can do that. I hope that might not be the answer you want, you know. Well, if today is Hulk's birthday, then I will wish him a happy birthday. If we're talking about Hulk or we're talking about Hulk Hogan, I don't know, but either one of them, happy birthday to them. Hulk Hogan's birthday, yes. Happy birthday to Hulk Hogan, yes. That's all I really got to say there, you know. Yes, it is. So happy birthday goes out to Hulk Hogan. There you go. Anyway, there's, you know, first off, I would have to give you my address where you could mail me those things if you wanted to. That would be the only way that it would work. What kind of dolls are we talking about? We talking about dolls like me? No, I do not have that. I do not have a P.O. box. All I have is a postal or a mailing or a sending name. BB. Yeah, well, my name's Dwayne. Yes, I'm the one who's been behind all the Sailor Moon and the Xena and the Godzilla and the Phoenix Chan, Lucia Kwan, and the Lucia and the Wu Yin Ten and the Hiroku Geisha is cool and the Geronimo 1, 2, 3, 4 and the Power Rangers and the TWF and all that stuff. By now, everyone knows that. The haters. The haters out there want a frank. They want a truthful interweb. And if you don't give it to them, they'll bitch. But then again, I got to keep in mind a lot of haters out there are the James E. Cornetts of YouTube. And the only things they like is what they think is funny or what they think is glee. And if you don't fall into what they think is funny or glee or good, then they bitch about you and scathe you and put you down. Which I believe I happen to be big on that list between 2008 YL to his 20 between YL. Wow. First off, Jordan says, I live in Los Angeles now. I moved there in 28 between YL. But if you're asking me what I think about Pittsburgh Stead, it's all right if you don't have to drive, you don't have to be there. If you don't live in Pittsburgh and you don't work in Pittsburgh, then it's a complete, hang up. You never know where to go. Everything is all laid out weird. Roads are either being worked on. There's always that going on. Too many folks out, which is always that. And unless you actually know your way around, it's a hang up. So Pittsburgh Stead is good as long as you don't have to work there or go there for any grounds. If that answers your asking about what I think about Pittsburgh Stead. But I also think their Burgermeister has done a good job of making Pittsburgh good again. But that's if I say there. You're like, oh, why did I say Burgermeister for? Well, because mayor's a Latin borrowed word. And commissioner is a Latin borrowed word. So the English word would be Burgermeister. So it is what it is. Oh, I don't know what my beloved food is. I got all kinds of beloved food. But I want to say it's a mix up. I want to say it's between pizza or smooth cake, since pizza is actually a Greek borrowed word. And I also want to say General Tso's chicken, but then again, General is a Latin borrowed word. Seoul, I guess that's a Chinese borrowed learned name. And chicken's the English word. Yeah, but I'm not so good at working the eating sticks. You were like, oh, Jordan, you're Far Eastern. You should pull that off. Well, guess what? I'm not so good at it. So it is what it is. So I want to say thank you for sending me those dolls. And I know there are haters out there, the James E. Cornetts out there who would scathe the shit to everything I did on all my YouTube fairways. So, and they would bitch and say, "Oh, you're asking for shit from folks on the interweb." Yeah, I'm not doing what anyone on GoFundMe doesn't do, or what Patreon, that's a French borrower, backer reporter does. Those folks do it, and everyone has on look for them. But if I ask for something on there, then I will seem to be bad. Well, thank you for doing that. Cannot do that since my web shooter can only go so far. And I don't want to pick my web shooter up and show the whole room. Because then somebody out there would go, oh, well, I'm going to work that again. Someone out there is going to go, oh, you shouldn't do that. Well, you pretty much see my room anyway. So it is what it is. So I can't, I don't really want to do that. Not that I think someone's going to work that against me. How can they? They don't know where my room's at. Oh, yeah, I put out my mailing send or my sending name out there. Yeah, so, oh, well, it is what it is. How other was I going to do it? You know? So what kind of so yeah, I want to say thank you for all that, you know, and I want to say thank you for the dolls. Oh well, Jordan said it ain't done yet. It ain't done yet. Gotta get someone else on my YouTube live stream before I end my film. I gotta get my godmother Zena, who want to be on my YouTube live stream. How about no? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'll be back. Who do I gotta get on? Gotta clear my throat. No, I don't want to be on your YouTube live stream, Jordan. And you need to end your YouTube live stream soon, Jordan. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. All right. You know. No, no one is. I just want to say thank you to everyone who came. Well, no. No. I gotta see if I get someone else to be on my YouTube live stream. Yeah. Mm. Oh. All right. No one is every once in a while. Well, Ricochet, you're on my YouTube live stream. Yeah, I think, Jordan, you might have to end it soon. Why? Because whenever you start making a long YouTube live stream and then someone at YouTube said, oh, your YouTube live stream doesn't follow YouTube fellowship oversight. Yeah. And I don't know how that happened. You know? But, so you're doing one of your YouTube live streams. Yeah, I was. I was going to have my godmother Xena on there, but she didn't want to be on there. Since she was already on my god sister Gabrielle's YouTube live stream, she did already. You know? So you might have to end this YouTube live stream, you think? Be on the well side, Jordan. I mean, the longer you go, you're putting yourself out there that someone at home working on YouTube makes a bad call and then you lose your good standing. Oh, so I'm going to end my YouTube live stream over some dumb shit like that. Yeah. What would have happened by now? They would have gotten me when Araris came on. They would have got me when Jade came on. They would have they doubly would have get you when you came on, right? Yeah. I don't think. Well, Ricochet, you know, it is what it is. I started out, I had about 11, 12 followers. Now I'm down to 9. You know, 4 thumbs up. Been clearing my throat the whole time. Well, I'm sad to hear that because you've been clearing your throat the whole time. You know, I think behind you, or they would have gotten you when you were talking about how they fuck up with live stream when they make bad calls on YouTube live streams. They would have gotten you on that. Yeah. And there was someone on my YouTube live stream earlier who wrote something about, oh, I'm going to go, and you fill in the blank, whatever that was, because I'm not saying it. But whatever they said something bad, and I locked them. I bet you they wanted me to read what they said so they could go tell YouTube. And then YouTube could then watch the whole film up until I said that and said, oh, you still not following. Yeah. There are folks out there that will give you the wire so you can hang yourself with. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever, sad for that burp. Whatever happened on that YouTube live stream they did, I don't think that's going to happen again. Yeah. All right. Looks like we're going to end this YouTube live stream. See you around. All right. I want to thank everyone for coming on my YouTube live stream. Hope you all like it. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you tomorrow.